Look what we have. Shrimp. These are actually spot prawns. In May and June, they catch spot prawns. Spot prawns. You can buy them live right off the dock in Vancouver. And it's a very it's a very carefully managed harvest. It's very sustainable. Very low bycatch because they use baited traps. See how they have a spot? I suppose that's why they're called spot prawns. These look like motherfucking aliens. Hey, that one's snout's broken. Okay. Who would be a better match? You'll never take me alive! So ideally you probably want to get these live. If you do get them dead, I mean these are dead now, but they were live this morning. You want to get their heads off as soon as possible because the head, once they die, the brain secretes something into the tail and it starts to ruin the meat and make it soft and mushy, and you don't want that. You want a firm spot prawn. Take the head off, hold the head, hold the tail, dip, twist it. And some people drink the liquid out of the head. Ah! It's not too bad.
Oh my god.
That is like very fishy and very oceany. Maybe it was the thrill of the chase, but that spot prawn brain just gave me a tiny little buzz. Oh, here's a good one. Look at the size of that motherfucker. Okay, we're actually gonna peel these. You don't have to peel it all if you don't want to. These are spiny as a motherfucker too, so expect to be cut several times. Take off the first things. Take off the second things. What is that called? Armor. Take off the first 2 layers of armor. Hold the tail, pop it out. Put it in there. A Vancouver delicacy, folks. The spot prawn. You can spot these fuckers from a mile away. These we are going to make into shrimp cocktail. Just like you'd get at Bonanza. So the next thing you want to do on the bigger ones is there's like a vein that runs down here. You just want to do a little cut along the back. And the smaller ones doesn't seem to matter as much. The bigger ones, see? Get it out of there. Take it out. Shrimp. Everyone loves shrimp. You know, I've crunched some numbers and I don't know how there's so many fucking shrimp in the world. If you add up the shrimp just eaten at Red Lobster in Edmonton in 1 week, it's more than your phone can even register. Where do they come from? Nobody knows. Nowish? Mm-hmm. Look at this. They have an armored head, severely, and a saber sword. Ouch. No. Out.
Ouch. No. Out. Ouch. No. Out.
Dip. 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 Kids, you don't want to do this at home. Your mom will think you're hot knifing hash. But you're not hot knifing hash. You're hot knifing shrimp. This is gonna taste bitchin' just grilled on the fire like this. Spotted prawns singing in the dead of night.
Spotted prawns singing in the dead of night.
Spotted prawns singing in the dead of night.
Whoa. You can also use a skewer for this. We don't have any skewers. We only have a steak knife. Get it right in there.
Screams break the silence.
Look at that. Put her on here. Ow, motherfucker. You could crack a little of this on there. Salt. Squeeze this. And then try your first spot prawn of the season. Mmm. Fresh. It's like the sea has entered my mouth with a little lemon on it. That's really good. You don't need much on prawns. So we're gonna make a few things that are super simple and don't really have that many ingredients to highlight the great spot prawn. And the first thing we're gonna do is a little sort of ceviche bite. Guess what? We're gonna do a little chopping.
Chop this down here. Over here. Right there.
Hey, mother frackin'. Little tiny pieces of purple onion. You don't need too much because we're actually not making too much of this. So that was about 1/8 of an onion. Put her in here. Garlic, chop it up a little bit. Maybe 2 little pieces. In she goes. You know what this is? Chili pepper. We're not going to use all these seeds because it'll be hot as a motherfucker. But we are going to use maybe 3 seeds. Put them in there. Chop this little guy up.
Let's give it a nice spice. Do ceviche.
Wash the chili pepper off your board. You know what'll happen? Burn your eye out, motherfuckers. Burn your eye out good. Alright. We'll put in a little olive oil.
Loop-a-de-doop.
Maybe about that much. A little salt. A little pepper. Oh man. That's fucking shat. These are radishes. I'm gonna put this in a smaller bowl. She's too big. So slice this really thinly. Oh, what? We got our shrimp. We want this just to be like a bite, so we're only gonna use 4 of these little guys. Cut them into smallish pieces. Limes. The most important part of ceviche, aside from the shrimp. You want to squirt enough lime juice in there to cover it all. Whoa. Hence the smaller bowl. Maybe it's just that I don't understand it.
I don't understand the new pepper shaker. It might change. I like the big one that we had. We filled it up with peppercorns, but the store was out of peppercorns. So I had to buy one that's encased in a plastic vessel. I don't like the way it cracks pepper.
You know what we like? We like cumin. I'm just gonna put a little pinch of cumin in there. Just a pinch and another pinch. Double pinch. And that's that. We're just gonna leave this sit for about 20 minutes. And then it will be cured by the lime juice.
Into the fridge.
So now we're gonna make shrimp cocktail. You've been to Bonanza, right? Sizzler, Ponderosa. Also easy as fuck and delicious. So we're just gonna put 6 cups of water in here. Basically, for a shrimp cocktail, you just poach the prawns. Get a bit of salty sort of water. Turn that fucker on. Oh. Put that here. So here's a fun fact. Our very own Jessicka played the part of a prawn in her grade 4 musical based on the classic The Little Mermaid. I believe it was a speaking role. Beautiful, I bet. Right, Jess?
Mm-hmm.
2 tablespoons of salt. Ish. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Sort of. Stir vinegar. Fuck's my name? Oh. We're just gonna cut up a couple pieces of garlic and throw it in there. In it goes. And then, lemon. You may notice there's gonna be garlic and some sort of citrus in almost all of these recipes. It's like a match made in heaven with a prawn. Squirt her in. Hey. Fun with shrimp. Ladies and gentlemen, it's fun with shrimp.
Your hair looks like a shrimp.
How dare you? Worked hard on that shrimp-like curl. Swim, foul shrimp, swim. Swim, my foul shrimp, swim.
My foul.
Shrimp swim. We should write a musical about shrimp. Only shrimp. You could dust off your prawn costume. And what shrimp would I be? So once this boils, we're going to turn the heat off and we're going to throw the prawns in for very little amount of time, like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. No shrimps ever looked this good, I bet.
In the meantime,
This, also very easy, and if you're a friend of Bonanza, the restaurant, you'll know this beautiful sauce. Ketchup. Put it in there. Maybe like 1/4 of a cup or something. Depends on how many shrimp you're eating. This is horseradish. Every time we went to Bonanza, I'd get the bottomless shrimp basket. And it came with the most incredible cocktail sauce, as does shrimp cocktail. Maybe like sort of a teaspoon of horseradish. You can taste this and see what you like. Stir that in. Put a little splash of this shit in there. You know what to say. Worcestershire. Just a little bit. It's classic. If you like a little spicier, put a little more horseradish. The end. Ketchup, horseradish, splash of this. That's all. Nothing else. Tastes fucking incredible. So this has been boiling, and now we're gonna shut it off to 0. Whoops. And then we're gonna take our shrimp, keep the tails on these ones, and we're gonna throw them in there. To and fro.
one by one, in they go.
To and fro, one by one, in they go.
It's shrimp. I'm gonna set a little timer for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Fuck, you shut this off. Alright, so we're gonna take these out. These are cooked now. We're gonna put them in to some very cold water. Oh, it's mangled. Look at that. It's like a dog. Dog took a bite out of that one. Yet another dish. We have a few shrimp left over, so we're just gonna fry them up in a couple things. Grab some butter, put her in here.
Come on, you son of a bitch.
Melt the butter down. Eating that shrimp brain gave me some shrimp brains. My brains are like shrimp's brains now. Don't cook this too hot or you burn it. We've almost forgotten about it. Put in some garlic and jalapeno. We chop this up and we will put it in there, like such. Cook that up for a little bit. Garlic and butter together at last. Sometimes it's called garlic butter. Are these recipes refined? No, they are not. But delicious? Yes. We need to pay tribute to our friend, the spot prawn.
Who comes to visit us? Not more than 2 months a year. You can get them here. 2 months a year, you can get them here. You can get them here.
While we wait, crack some salt into here. I'll give my new pepper shaker one more chance. So we got this butter and garlic and jalapeno smelling real good. And we're just gonna put some lime juice in there. Let that cook up for a sec. It doesn't look like much, but it is. Feel that curl now. Okie dokie. Now we throw our prawns in. In they go. A lot of prawns are kind of gray and white, and when they turn pink, that's when they're done. But these are actually already pink, so I don't know. You're gonna have to figure it out. Usually takes about 2 minutes. Give them a flip. They look very nice. Shake up the sauce a little like such. Looks nice, doesn't it? And now, prawns are done, so we're gonna add a little bit of tequila. If you could believe that. So we're gonna turn this off. Take about, this is about 1/3 of a cup. A little left over. We're gonna put that right in there. And then, watch yourself. Let's burn the alcohol off. Whoa! If you're afraid, have a cover close by. That will dampen the flame. Sort of like a flambe. A spot prawn flambe. Now we have some beautiful plating to do. This represents the blood of the dying prawn. We're gonna use these little crackers. 1 and 2. Remember our ceviche? Take a piece of radish, put her on there. And then we're just gonna grab like a little chunk of the shrimp, maybe an onion or 2. This is gonna be good. Dump the water out. Give her a little crack of salt. Give it a little bit of lime. And then, carefully and quietly, put them on your beautiful champagne glass. It looks just like the cake. This is going to be really good. Let's see here. So, look at this. We got some spot prawns, and we made these things. Shrimp cocktail, classic. With the most classic sauce you've ever tasted. A little shrimp ceviche bite. And over here is sort of a drunken shrimp. It's a bit of a drunken shrimp. A tequila shrimp. A flambéed shrimp. We haven't tried that yet. And I will put this up here. Very tasty. Fresh. Interesting. Delicious. Your party guests will love it. And finally, this. What's your favorite? Ceviche? Mine is the shrimp cocktail. Very tasty. Although this is also very interesting. You may still have a chance to get some spot prawns. Get over to the Lobster Man. Buy them. Eat them. Just fry them up with butter. Don't worry about all this shit. I don't know what to do now.